Hey, my pretties, what's up? It's the Queen of Lions here. Now, on episode 190 of Shadows and Pretties, we're about 10 episodes away from episode 200 of Shadows and Pretties, which is freaking amazing. So, I will be updating, the picture for it. Probably, I don't know, whenever I'm going to work on episode 200, I will do an update of it. I don't really know when that will be. I'll probably won't do a drawing or something, but I might maybe do something a little different. But like I said, that's just depends on what I want to do in that. So, anyway, since we reviewed Lake Placid 2 in the last episode, I thought I would go ahead and review Lake Placid 3. This movie came out about almost 12 years ago, as it came out on August 21st, 2010, and it's directed by Griff First. So, anyways, this is a sequel to Lake Placid 2 that came out in 2007. I did review the first one that came out in 1999, so we're going to review this one, which is the third movie. I actually did see it when I was like 12 or 13, and I didn't think it was that bad of a movie as what some people have said. So, I'm definitely going to say right now is that it's another video to direct horror sequel. So, yeah, Ken Tucker of Entertainment Weekly, from what I've heard, gave a negative review, calling it the Sci-Fi Channel's latest new junk horror film. Which, of course, he had praised some of Ferguson, who did his job well as possible under circumstances, and Butler, but misses the presence of Betty White from the first movie. So, Lake Placid came out on DVD in October of 2010, and the DVD of the unrated version contains scenes of nudity. Yeah. What do you expect in a horror film? There's always going to be stuff like that. So, yeah. I'm going to be explaining the plot of this movie, especially for those who haven't seen the movie in a long time and would want a refresher, or for those who have not seen the movie, don't really care for spoilers. Now, I didn't think the third movie was that bad, but it's just my opinion, but you guys can have your own opinion on what you guys think of this movie, because you guys can state what your thoughts are on in the comments below, because I like to personally hear what you guys think. So, the plot about this movie takes place, a year after the events of the second film, Lake Placid 2, which is the last episode I talked about, at Black Lake in Oristoke County, Maine. A young couple by the name of April and Jason goes quickly skinny dipping, but get attacked and killed by a group of baby crocodiles. While meanwhile at the house of the deceased Sadie Bickerman, her nephew, Nathan, his wife Susan, and their son Connor are cleaning out the house so they can sell it. However, Sheriff Tony Wheelinger soon arrives and convinces Nathan and Susan not to sell. Connor chases the escaped pet lizard down to the lake, where he encounters the baby crocodiles that begin to secretly feed them. So, eventually this goes by 2 years later. Connor has continued to feed the now adult crocodiles stolen meat from the supermarket, but he is soon going to get caught for shoplifting by Dimitri and sent home by Susan to his babysitter. However, Connor goes to the lake and feeds the crocodiles, followed by Vika, who gets attacked. Vika, whose arm gets badly injured, finds Susan at Sadie's house, where they tend to Vika's arm, and Connor confesses feeding the crocodiles. While meanwhile Nathan is searching for a lake due to a number of elk disappearances, he meets 4 teenagers, Ellie, Tara, Aaron, and Charlie, who are camping on the lake. The teenagers show Nathan an elk head that they had previously found, leading Nathan to believe that it was that actor of a hunter, Reba. But he persuades Tony to search the lake to ensure that it's clear of crocodiles while the teenagers are camping. While they go swimming and the 2 girls go in the woods to get into their bikinis, Charlie spies on them and watches them and takes pictures, but he gets eaten by a crocodile. Yeah, I kind of knew Charlie was the perverted type because, yeah, pretty much a lot of men are like that. Well, not all men, but mostly men that are perverted in many ways. I mean, especially young teenagers. I mean, younger teenage boys, when they're, young, they like to, be immature and inappropriate. But yeah, I had to put up with that in school. But thank God I got out of school. I don't have to worry about that anymore. So, anyways, after he gets, well, eaten by a crocodile, Reba gets approached by a teenager, Brett, who's to help him find his girlfriend, Ellie, who fears that will be taken advantage of by Aaron. So Reba agrees and takes Brett out to the lake on their boat with Jonas and Walt. They stop to hunt elk as a crocodile attacks the boat and knocks the group into the water. Walt gets devoured, but the others escape to shore and are stranded in the woods. After hours, Ellie and Aaron search for the missing Charlie, leaving Tara on the lake where she gets killed by a crocodile. Ellie and Aaron soon return to find her missing, so they decide to go and try to get help. However, they discover Charlie's corpse, and then what Ellie is due to Brett's jacket. Ellie decides to search for Brett, upsetting Aaron, who talks in their only way to begin attacked by the crocodile. Now, after searching the lake, Nathan and Tony arrived at Sadie's house to join Susan, Connor, and Vicka, and they decided to try to escape from the house to go to the hospital. But, however, as they do so, Vicka and Tony are devoured, and the car gets submerged into the lake. Nathan, Susan, and Connor then take shelter in the house, while meanwhile Brett, Reba, and Jonas manages to shoot the crocodile dead, but another crocodile arrives and decapitates Jonas before attacking Reba, who manages to escape. Desperate, Reba and Brett travel on Reba's boat to get to Sadie's house to meet up with Nathan, Susan, and Connor. So they were determined to find Ellie, but Brett escapes to Reba's boat and searches for her, and he finds Ellie, but a crocodile kills him. So Reba kills the crocodile that breaks into the house, then she leaves with Nathan, Susan, and Connor, while Ellie joins them and they make it to the town. So the group eventually break into the supermarket to call for help, sending the alarm and attracting Dimitri, but he gets devoured as the group of crocodiles enter the supermarket. The group gets ambushed but manage to kill most of the crocodiles, but Reba is seemingly killed in the process, so the only remaining crocodile chases Nathan, Susan, Ellie, and Connor to the gas station, where the group manages to ignite the gas lighter and causes the explosion that kills the crocodile. The ambulance then comes and arrives and helps Nathan, Susan, Ellie, and Connor. And then it takes place sometime later. Nathan is talking to a group of tourists around the lake, telling them of the crocodiles that are believed to be extinct. However, baby crocodiles are seen in the lake swimming before an adult crocodile attacks the camera, and thus the film ends. So, that was the movie, Lake Placid Free. Now, when I saw it when I was younger, I actually didn't think this was like a bad horror film. I mean, there were parts of it that kind of got a little kinky and all that, especially with, certain parts of the film. But despite that, it actually seemed to be a pretty interesting, movie. I mean, the second one was okay and it could have been better. This one, at least it did have somewhat of an interesting concept plot to it, but I don't know. I mean, you guys might think of something else. You guys might, think of, your own opinion on this story. But I mean, when I saw this movie, I honestly really enjoyed how well made this movie was. Although a lot of people don't like the movie, which, I mean, it's quite understandable. I mean, like, a lot of people really gave Lake Placid 2, like, a negative review because it was just that bad or something. But, I mean, if you give it a chance, you might think otherwise or something. But like I said, I can't really change your opinion. Like, if you don't like the movie, then, that's just your opinion. You're free to have your own opinion on this movie. I mean, I haven't seen the Lake Placid movies in like a long time, so my memory is pretty fuzzy when it came to this movie. But I definitely do enjoy this. I mean, I remember my mom rented this movie from a video store. Not really a video store, but like a movie store, I guess. And because I asked mom if she can get it for me, and she said, well, okay. So she rented it, and I didn't think it was that bad. I didn't think this movie was that bad. I thought it was pretty interesting. It does have a really interesting plot line. Although it seemed to be almost the exact same as the first two movies, but hey, I mean, it was not a bad movie. I mean, it could have had a better, maybe a little bit something better, like better animation with the crocodile. I mean, it's still the same like the original one and that, but I mean, that's just what I'm thinking personally. I mean, that's just my opinion. But yeah, I mean, you guys might have your own opinion on this movie, so yeah, I mean, I don't know what you guys think of the movie, but you guys could comment what you think in the comments below, because, I like to hear what you guys think of this. Overall, it's not a bad movie. Just like what I said with the second one, it's not a bad movie either. Could have had improvement on that one, but definitely not terrible. So I find this one to be at least slightly better than the second one. It kind of redeemed it a little bit, but not by much. But I could definitely say, not a terrible movie, but still has problems that could be improved, but whatever. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, if you like the movie, that's fine. If you don't like it, understandable. I mean, that's basically your opinion if you don't like it, because I'm respectful to your opinion. If you like it, fine. If you don't like it, I mean, that's completely and utterly understandable, because I didn't think this movie was bad, but I mean, it could have been more improved, like the second movie, but I didn't think this movie was that bad. I mean, it could have had a better improvement, but it's not bad. I mean, could have a bit of improvement, just like I said with the second movie, because I said the second movie was not perfect, but not terrible. But like I said, it did have problems and flaws with the movie. But with this one, it kind of actually resembled a little bit more of redeemable than how the second movie did. But I mean, yeah, I mean, it's not a terrible movie. I mean, the acting was pretty much better than the second movie. I mean, the second movie, the acting was decent, even though the film wasn't that great. But this one, the acting was a little bit better than the second movie. Because in the first movie, the acting was fantastic and it was amazing. I mean, I think when Lake Placid sequels started coming out after the second one, I think a lot of people really started to not like it, because it started, to put it bluntly, as I'm possibly am putting this as bluntly as I can, yeah, I mean, the movie started to decline a lot, and it just honestly kind of does have an understandable meaning. But like I said, that's just how I think personally. I mean, I could be wrong, but like I said, it's all hard to say. So, yeah. Okay. I mean, it's understandable of what this movie is, but I could definitely say it did somewhat redeem the other movie, but maybe it's not perfect, no, but it's definitely not terrible as the second one from what people have said to me. But anyways, I'm giving this movie a 6.5 out of 10. Not a bad movie. I mean, it seems to be redeeming the second one a little bit more. I mean, it was a little better than the second movie, but it still has its flaws. But despite that, I didn't think it was that terrible. So, with that being said, what did you guys think of about this movie? Did you enjoy it? Did you not? If you like this movie, that's fine. If you don't like it, I understand, and that's perfectly your opinion. You are free to state your own opinions in the comments below. And as always, I'm the Queen of Lions. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. And if you're brand new here to this channel, feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications to when I upload. And I'll be catching you all in the next video. Peace out.